After playing the remarkable roguelike Moonlighter, with its pleasant story and wondrous charm, I was excited to hear that 11-Bit Studios made another roguelike that's a lot more like Diablo 1 and 2, and that was Children of Morta. Does Children of Morta hold true to the high standard of 11-Bit Studios' previous games? Let's find out. Children of Morta tells its story through short, easily digestible cutscenes spread throughout the game.
Shedding tears for the dead man would serve no one now. The herbs needed to be delivered to Mary.
It's a tale of corruption which slowly overwhelms the lands around the Bergsons' home. It becomes Bergsons' duty to fight back this corruption and cleanse the lands. The story is narrated to you in a way that almost feels like someone in the room is reading you a fantasy novel. The voice actor picked for the narration does a superb job of getting the player to feel the emotional burden placed upon the Bergson family.
Thus was another truth revealed to the Bergson, but many more were hidden still.
The way the story is written, with their use of descriptive words, almost feels like you're reading a Terry Pratchett Discworld book, but without the humor. You can easily find yourself caught up in the story, driving you to play just a little longer to get that extra breadcrumb of a cutscene. Children of Morta plays a lot like a mix of Diablo 1 and 2. The combat is simple, but there is a skill tree to add new abilities and to augment old ones. There are no gear drops like armor and weapons, but instead items that have special uses and runes that amplify your attacks. To add variety of the game, there are multiple characters to unlock, each with their own style of combat. You have a few ranged characters, one that can move while attacking and one that must stand still, but has crowd control to offset that weakness. The rest are all melee, which vary from a defensive tank class with the tried and true sword and board, a rogue with quick attacks that focus on crit damage with the ability to stealth, which comes in handy while playing co-op. A monk with the ability to dash to nearby enemies, a slow but high damaging attacker that uses a giant hammer, and the last hero that is unlocked has a bit of range to her melee attacks, which is great for doing area of effect attacks to groups of enemies. You definitely have to change up your playstyle depending on which character you are playing, or you will die rather quickly. While in your home, you have two rooms in which you can upgrade the whole Bergson family. One room is for things like extra health, more damage, higher crit damage. The other is for upgrades like getting more money on drops, shrines lasting longer, and more durability for your runes. Under the Bergsons family home lies the Sanctuary. This is your hub in which you travel to each zone and pick your character for battle. Be careful of playing one character too much, as they do become corrupted themselves and need to rest to restore that diminished health pool. The game is fully playable with 2 players couch co-op, only once you get past the starting introduction zone. Playing co-op is my recommended way to play. This gives you a chance to get the other player back up if they do go down. On average, it looks like it takes about 10 hours to beat the game on your first playthrough, which to me is fine for a $15 price point. Once you start playing, the voice of the narrator pulls you into the story, and the music between each plot point keeps you there. The narrator has a clean, crisp voice that really conveys the emotional toll the Bergsons are facing, or the few moments of respite between each journey into the dungeons.
With Lucy and he now simply dancing the day away.
You can tell they got their inspiration from the music in Diablo 2. The music is mostly ambient, which just adds to the feel of the zone you are currently in, only to pick up when there is some form of emotion they are trying to push on the player. The sound effects are pleasant and never get on your nerves. Like Moonlighter, Children of Morta went for the 2D pixelated look, but with a greater amount of detail. The game art is beautiful, and you can tell the artist really took care into getting everything looking just right. The animations are smooth and gorgeously crafted. The spell effects look amazing, and if you're a fan of the retro pixel graphics, you will not be disappointed. If you love your games full of symbolism, Children of Morta has got you covered. We are just going to go over just a few my girlfriend noticed, as there is a lot more here. The Valknut, the 3 interlocking triangles, which means not of death or not of slain. If you're able to kill a bunch of enemies on top of it, it does unlock some treasure for you. The White Lotus, which is said to bring spiritual enlightenment, provides you with a limited time experience buff. There is a symbol that looks like it resembles the Hand of Fatima, which is a double symbol of protection. In the game, it provides you with a full health heal. We notice the number 3 popping up with the 3 lands and the 3 spirits you must rescue, and the 3rd card in tarot has the meaning of the Empress, which symbolically links heaven and earth, which coincides with the story from U descending from the heavens and Rheadea from the earth. Not all games are made perfect, and there were a few issues we had with the game, to include, after a patch, there was a major slowdown to the point where we thought the game was going to lock up. Sounds would start to echo or repeat each other when they shouldn't be. There was a bug for a few days where a pop-up menu for items would be permanently on the screen until you loaded a new zone. We had about 3 patches during our playthrough of the game. I don't mind the patching, I was just glad they were still supporting the game and fixing these issues as they arise. The latest patched version I had no issues with. Overall, my girlfriend and I had such a great time playing this game co-op. It is difficult, but not so much that you can't play with someone that might not be so good at roguelikes like this. The story was so well crafted and told that after beating the game, I felt that void of wanting more, but knowing there was none. If you're a fan of roguelikes, or just enjoy retro style games, with roughly a 10-hour clock time, this game is most definitely worth a playthrough. Alright everybody, hopefully you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Stay safe, stay retro. I hope you find the games you're looking for, and we'll see you next time. Later.